Hello and welcome to another session of the Freelance Masterclass. It is your trader here speaking, Natsu Pius Marcellino, and today we will be looking at another session, another segment of our Freelance Masterclass, which is how to learn a skill and get certified at little or no cost. In the previous session, we discussed the basics of our freelance masterclass, where we introduced what freelancing actually is. We also saw the advantages and the disadvantages of being a freelancer, and then we talked about what it takes to actually be a freelancer. One of the things that we mentioned in the previous session was that there is a need to have a digital skill and to also diversify on those skills. This would enable us to have better opportunities, okay, at our disposal. So today we want to see how we could learn a skill of our choice and particularly get certified at little or no cost. Now, as a freelancer, one of the factors that would keep you in business for a long time is continual education. You cannot negotiate this because when a client gives you a task to accomplish or to fulfill for them, they expect you to use the most recent or an updated knowledge of your skill to attend to the task. So if you do not keep yourself up to date with the knowledge of your skill according to your industry trend, you may sooner or later lose your client. So one of the things you want to keep in mind always is to continue to educate yourself as a freelancer. And then back to the screen, you must continue to update your knowledge of your skill, or build up a new skill to diversify. Okay, and where possible, which is also highly recommended, get certified, because it is one thing to just go online, read up something, and another thing to actually get certified on that particular skill, showing that you actually pass through a process of learning. All right. So there are various online learning platforms that can help us achieve this goal. All right. Some of them are listed right on our screen. We have Google, we have YouTube, we have OCW, all right? We have Coursevania. These are platforms that could enable us, study online, learn a skill, and somehow get certified on them. Not all the platforms listed here would get you a certificate at the end of your learning, okay? Some of them are specifically targeted at free learning without any form of certifications, while others, even after learning on them, you also get certified. But what we are trying to do in this training is help us to get a skill and where possible get certified at little or no cost. Okay, so on Google, there are some courses that you can take on there that can get you certified. We'll be seeing some of this in a live presentation moments from now. Okay, while there are other courses still on the same Google Academy that you can take, skills that you can learn there that are not tied to any form of certification. Okay, YouTube, as we all know, that is owned by Google as well, is a platform where people share ideas, where they share ideas in video format. All right, and there is no form of certification because all the videos here are basically free. So you're free to watch them, you're free to use the videos, the resources on YouTube to update your knowledge and to gain insight. All right, but there is no form of certification that is tied to the learning on YouTube. OCW is another openware source of learning that is specially, created by MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. All right, it's an openware learning resource where MIT decided on their own to give out free knowledge so as to help both students and teachers in their area of learning or studies. All right. So at Openware, which is mostly targeted at academias, all right, it's mostly targeted at institutions, mostly targeted at academic education. You can get to learn all manner of skills and academic studies at no cost. Okay, we'll be seeing that in a few moments to come. Coursera is a platform that tends to bring a lot of other online learning platforms in one platform. Okay, one good thing about Coursera is that it it tries to make available those free courses that these online learning platforms like Udemy, like Coursera, like Alison, like Khan Academy, and the rest of them. All these online learning platforms I mentioned are actually paid platforms. Okay, to learn on them, you have to pay for the courses for you to be able to learn on these platforms I just mentioned. I meant Udemy, Alison, Khan Academy, and the rest of them, Coursera. Okay, so many of them are paid online learning platforms. But what Coursera does is there are some of the courses on these paid online learning platforms that are actually free for a time. Okay, when the instructors post these courses on these online learning platforms for the first time, they tend to open it up for free so that they could attract some students to take the courses and give them a review. Okay, so what Coursera does is that Coursera tends to gather all these free courses from these online learning platforms that are paid, and then they expose it on their platform, which is Coursera, so that people can get to be among the first set of participants or students to take those courses for free before they become paid. All right, so that is the benefit of Coursera. It helps you to get free courses from paid online learning platforms. All right, other learning platforms that we can see on our screen is LinkedIn Learning. All right, LinkedIn Learning is also a paid learning, but you have the opportunity of learning your first 3 months. Okay, your first month rather for free. Coursera is another paid platform, but there are ways you could navigate through this platform such that you could get what is called a financial aid on Coursera. So we'll be showing us how to do that. HubSpot Academy is another online learning platforms where you can learn and get certified. Okay, Code Academy, Future Learn, Udacity, TED, Udemy, Alison, Khan Academy, Canvas, Code.org, EDX, Cadence, the Open University, that is Open Learn, and then Wide Open School. Uh, so many other online learning platforms where you can actually learn basically any skill of your choice. If you go on Google and you type online learning platform, you see a whole lot of them. So this is not an all-encompassing list. However, we'll be touching on a few of them, not all of them as we can see on our screen. We'll touch on a few of them so that with that we could introduce us to how we can begin to learn on these platforms so that it would enable us spend little and maximize our opportunity both in this training and even thereafter, such that when we have the desire to diversify on a particular skill, we know exactly where to go and how to go about it. So, right about now, we would be jumping straight to the first online learning platform, which is Google, and that will be done in the next video. See you right after now.